Boom!
Live.
We're going live.
I love that.
I love the intro.
Yeah. So we're back again for another week here, going live. So I don't think we really discussed too much of a topic today. I mean, we can go do the introductions as well. Like, what are your thoughts here, guys?
Yeah, man. Well, listen, I always like to do a quick little intro, and that way anyone who's tuning in, they kind of have an idea of what's going on, and then we hop right into, whatever it is, what's happening in our worlds, right? Just go live and share the journey.
Sounds good, Cali. Take it away.
All right.
You start.
So this is we're going live every Friday, live at 3:00 p.m. So far on Facebook, we're moving into bigger and better platforms: Instagram, YouTube. Watch out, here we come. Basically, anyone who's just like tuning in for the first time, whether you're live or watching a repeat recording, what we are is we're all budding entrepreneurs in the real estate world. And we are part of a mastermind. That's how we all connected. We're all looking to get better at what we do and bring value to the people who we care about. And one of the ways of us letting the people who we care about know what we're doing is by going live and sharing our journey and our story and sharing our wins and our losses, so that other people can kind of know that we're human and that it's okay to partner up and work with humans. So I'm Cali. I'm in the GTA. I'm focusing on raising capital for some of the flips that I'm working on. I'm doing some assignments, wholesaling, and I'm also taking the profits to reinvest in some long-term BRRRRs, buy and holds. So if you want to reach out to me and talk about some of the deals I'm working on, Sean's been so kind to put my details in the bottom of the screen. Grow with Cali on Instagram. Call me at 289-207-5316 or send me an email at growwithcali@gmail.com. So whoever's next wants to jump in and just tell the world about what you're working on and why you're here.
I'll go. If there's more than a split second worth of silence. So Alex Mustatea with Hammer City Properties, and today I'm doing just that, swinging the hammer, unfortunately. But no, I'm an active real estate investor based out of Hamilton, Ontario, I guess focusing on GTA, Hamilton, and moving into southwestern Ontario as well. Various projects on the go, flips, duplex conversions, or multi-unit conversion projects. Yeah, happy to connect with anyone. I guess that's my phone number there, 289-769-8975. You can catch me on Instagram, alexandru.mustatea as well.
Awesome. You want to do a little intro, Brad?
Yeah, sure. It sounds like my speakers just finally started working again. But yeah, Brad Plume, currently working on flips up in Gray and Bruce County. If you want to hit me up and connect, at brad.plume on Instagram, 519-379-7911. Happy to chat. Yeah, lots of stuff going on up this way right now. So I'd like to connect with you guys.
That's awesome. And last but not least here, I'm Sean Gunther from Moncton, New Brunswick, and you can reach me at 506-800-4289 or on Instagram at the Moncton Wholesaler. And I think the name kind of says it all, mostly focusing on wholesaling, but we are looking to expand and looking for more team members. So anybody interested in buying, selling, or investing in New Brunswick, definitely get in touch with me. And I just want to, kind of shout out to the audience here. And like, if you guys have any questions for us or anything like that, like, please, light up the comments. Let's get some interaction involved. We'd love to hear it. So from right now, we got Daniel LeBlanc, one of our staples here.
Number one. Him and Carly are tied for first, I think.
Yeah, I think so. We got some loyal fans here. So that's,
Hey, I chatted with Daniel just yesterday, getting his thoughts on my little project, my little dilemma with my ceiling. So very much appreciate his input there.
yes.
Yes, Daniel is a wealth of knowledge. I think without putting his age out there, 30+ years of experience in the trades, third generation. I mean, it doesn't get much more experience than that. So I've worked with Daniel LeBlanc, and if you want someone who's reliable and to get the job done out of New Brunswick, give him a call, and I'm sure he'll explain to you what he can do for you. Just make sure you have lots of time.
Yeah.
Yes, Daniel likes to talk for sure. So actually, we have a question already. So Amanda Schultz is coming in, and she's asking, like, what are your goals for the next 30 days?
I saw that too. I'll go first. My immediate goals are to survive the multiple projects that I'm working on, but also even more importantly, hiring a wholesaler. Do you know of any, Amanda?
We'll wait for a response. So let's go with somebody else here. What are your goals for the next 30 days, Brad?
Yeah, like business implementation right now. So setting up contracting crew and getting ready for more flips.
Nice. My 30-day goals here are to kind of reach out and do a bunch of follow-ups on the leads that I have already. Kind of, we've been tasked to raise money, so anybody out there looking to raise money, 8 to 10%, let's talk. But aside from that, like, just continue to grow the business and continue to put processes in place, and and just build and keep going and keep growing.
Awesome, man. I'm going to piggyback off your that competition, because I'm also in that competition of raising capital too. For more than just the competition, I actually have a place to put it. So I have quite a few deals right now in the pipeline, and I'm really looking to get other people involved. So the next 30 days, I'm going to be focusing on not so much the deal flow, because I feel like that is pretty good right now, but I'm going to be focused on getting other people involved and just raising the capital. I like to have, a handful of investors who are ready to, get involved in the projects that I have going on. And that's my goal in the next 30 days. And I also want to hire a bookkeeper. That's a must do in the next week for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. It looks like everybody's got at least some plans here for the next month, right? We actually have a new person watching us today, Jason Roberts, who's saying hi. So hi, Jason.
That's my boy. How's it going, Jason? Thanks for tuning in, man.
Oh, that's great. So my thoughts here, like, Alex, you mentioned that you're over there swinging the hammer now. Why don't you tell her, like, mention why? Like, why are you swinging the hammer today?
It's some limited scope of work here that's too small to actually get anybody to get it done. So I've kind of lined up a few trades, and particularly the next step in this particular rental is drywall, mud, and tape. And the guy that I work with, that's all he does. But prior to being able to fix all the patching, I need to hang a ceiling. So it's just one room, basically a brand new ceiling. It had the textured ceiling, like the really long spikes. I think it's called a pull ceiling. And this is what I chatted with Daniel about yesterday. So the solution for that is to restrap the entire ceiling. It's a 10 by 13 foot room. So restrap it and put brand new drywall on. And it's just too small of a job. Like, I've called around a few times. I think early next week I'm going to have the drywaller show up. So at this point, it's either I get it done or I delay the whole thing. So yeah, we're basically scraping away small strips so we can actually strap the entire ceiling, and then we're going to hang drywall.
So you mean, as a real estate investor, you can't just sit behind your computer and and let the money flow in?
I tried to do that, and then the mortgage payment came out.
And I mean, like, that's just perspective. I think for some people that don't really know what it entails, you're pretty much wearing whatever hat you have to, right?
I'm what? Sorry.
You're wearing whatever hat you have to that day.
I mean, I'd like to say that for the most part, things are a little bit better planned out, but this is sort of the nature of it, and that, like, considering the market right now, considering how there's a shortage of skilled labor, the people that I know, I already have 2 other projects on the go, and so they're busy there. If I pull them from there, it's going to slow. So, you got to pick one. What's the least amount of work that I can do to let them continue on that? So it just kind of made that judgment call. And I mean, I'm using this as an example. There's probably going to be other things here, and it's just a benefit of me being able to do this. I think, Brad might agree with that too. Anyone that's doing some of this hands-on stuff. The next step is to be able to hire somebody that can do these things and keep them on a payroll full time. But it's just not something that I've been able to achieve yet. And I'm going to kill a couple of days here.
Alex, what's the proximity? These projects that you have going on, what proximity are they to each other? And with them being not close enough to have one person or one crew to handle all of them, would you change the way in which you, what deals you choose to take on based off of that going forward?
So for the most part, there are 2 that are active that are actually, like, I'm in the middle of the renovation, 2 that are within 5 minutes away from each other in Hamilton. Okay. And then the third that's also active is in Toronto. So I have somebody handling that 100%, aside from me doing, random visits there maybe once a week. So that one in Toronto, I can't pull that resource out of Toronto to bring them to Hamilton. The 2 in Hamilton are very close together, but again, they're offset a little bit, except for this one instance with regards to the drywaller or somebody that I could trust to do this. And, like, not somebody that's going to show up and do this in a day for $2,000 or $3,000. That's crazy for what it actually is. So I don't know. Is it a $20 an hour problem that I'm? Sorry?
I would have done it for $19.50. You just didn't call me.
Sorry, I didn't think of you, Brad.
So you are the GC then, Alex, on all these projects?
For the most part, yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I just noticed here Tom's actually asking me a question specifically about realtors here in New Brunswick. But yeah, let's talk offline, Tom. I'll send you a DM here and we'll have a chat about that. I can definitely direct you to some people. I just haven't decided if I want to put those people on blast on the live show yet. So, but yeah, we'll definitely talk offline.
Thanks for your question, Tom. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's talk about this challenge. What's going on? We're trying to raise some money. What are we doing it for? How much are we trying to raise? And let's talk about this.
Well, why don't you explain the terms?
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
No. I mean, ultimately, it's unsecured from an unknown. Is that kind of the short end of it?
Well, I don't know if that's really like the terms. I don't think it really matters. I think it's just more challenging. I think the idea is to challenge yourself to ask and have these conversations, right? Because who's comfortable like, just walking up to somebody? It's like, hey, can I borrow $20,000? Like, you know what I mean? It's a little bit of an awkward situation, right? Like, and I mean, I think that's more the idea behind it. I don't think there's any set rules. I think where the whole unsecured from a stranger situation came from was more just to get you uncomfortable, right?
You know, it's funny because I think sometimes we forget that, our ask isn't necessarily just for our benefit, right? The person or the individual or the business that we're approaching, they may want to get that money. Like they may be waiting for an opportunity to invest their money, but they don't know where to put it, right? So by someone who is experienced or has a way to turn that, you know, $100 into $120 or $110, I think that's where we have to realize that, hey, you know what, that's our value, and that's where we can help that person put their money to use where they may not know how to do on their own, right? So it's just as much for the value for the person that we're asking or putting it out there to as it is for us.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Like, from what I've noticed too, is just like when you are having these conversations with people, they want to lend you money, right? Like, I mean, that's how some people are making money. Actually, we have our past guest here in the chats here asking if you can borrow 20 grand right now. Yeah, TJ, no problem. 25%.
Ask him what he can offer as collateral.
Yeah, what do you got for collateral over there? But yeah, TJ, we've had him on the show before. Great guy, and if anybody's looking to connect with him, I'm sure he'd be happy to borrow money as well. So if anybody's lending, you got a lot of money to lend, let's give TJ a shout. Thomas Ainsborough, he's got his name up here. So yeah, but what are your thoughts? Like, you know, do you guys often like have these conversations with people, and if not, what holds you back?
Yeah, it's one of those things. We're just kind of getting into the realm of this. Previous to this, I would never have thought to just go outside of your own money or bank financing or whatever, just to move the needle, right? But the key factor is basically like the movement of money is what creates more money. If it sits idle, you're constantly losing money because inflation's gonna beat it every time, right? So
yeah, well, it's true. And I mean, like, I struggle with it as well because, like, you know, we're being challenged to do this just so we can have basically access to capital to do multiple deals, you know, and just kind of grow and expand. But and a lot of times, like, if it's for a specific project, like, I don't necessarily always need that money, right? Like, so, you know, unless you absolutely have a reason for it, it's difficult to go and like to say, hey, can I borrow some? Like, what for? Like, what's the purpose? Just to have it in your bank account for when there's a deal that comes up. But it would make your life a lot easier too if you look at it from that perspective, because then you already have the money. It's not like find the deal and then race to put all the money in place, and then you're all of a sudden like just, you know, strung out for a couple of days trying to figure all this deal out and hope you don't lose the deal in the meantime, right? Where this way you're already ready to go. Here's cash, bam, 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 good to go.
I think the other value of doing this exercise is that you complete the loop. So you borrow it and you pay them back in 3 months with interest, and you've gained that confidence that you've done with 20 grand. When you need 50, you'll be in that much better of a position to go back to that same lender.
Yeah, and it's about building relationships too, right? Like, and I think that's super important because, you know, yeah, you can go and ask anybody for 20,000. It's a big difference when you know, that person actually trusts you. You get better terms, get longer, you know, times that you're able to borrow it for, you know, better interest rates, and, you know, yada yada yada. You know, and that's always great if you're considering being a full-time investor, right?
And I mean, also you got to think of, like, you know, someone mentioned it, I think Brad, is that you got to keep it moving, right? So if someone has, you know, 20, 50, whatever sitting, and they're thinking, how can I make some money with this? But they don't want to put it in mutual funds because by the time they pay the MER fees, they can't explain what the chart means or what, you know what I mean, what the return is that they're actually getting. And you're like, hey, 6 months, this is what you're going to get back, right? I like that conversation. You know what I mean? I appreciate that conversation. I wish that someone would come to me and be like, hey, I want to borrow this and I want to pay this much, and I'll be like, oh, that's all I got to do is give you more money, right?
We need to have a conversation.
Yeah. but really though, I mean, we're much more active maybe than the average person, right? So like, you know, the people that are commenting here are pretty active, I think, in real estate, but there's also people that are watching and people that we talk to and come across on a daily basis who they don't have the time or the energy to put in what we have been putting in getting the education, the confidence, the experience in order to be responsible and have confidence that we can pay back someone's money plus interest in a promised period of time, right? So I think that knowing that someone who is a lender would want to lend to people like us because they see the benefit, right?
Yeah. Well, and you're so right about that, Cali, too, because I mean, people are not going to have the time to do it. And I mean, you know, even to find lenders and to find deals and all that is a full-time job sometimes. Like, and I mean, like stuff that flips that Alex and stuff's doing, like he's busy. He's gone. He's taking the show. He's got stuff to do. But you're right, and I think it's very much a team sport, like real estate investing, and you know, it's what's your niche, where's your value, and being that valuable guy, like you, that is a huge value in my opinion. It's like if you're able to invest somebody's money for them, make them more money than they're going to make in a GIC or you know within their stock portfolio and you know different investments, right? Like why not? And I mean, it's simple, and you know, it's also something you can predict, right? Like this is the amount of money, this is the interest rate, this is the amount of time. Bam, 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 math, and you got your answer.
Brad, share just briefly. You go into detail as much as you feel comfortable, but I remember you telling me about a story where it just became a lot easier to raise capital once you had a track record, like once you had a project and you spoke to family or friends about it and showed them what you were doing. Like how was that for you? What was your experience like when looking to raise capital for other projects to create wealth for the people that you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's honestly it. You show people what you're doing. You show people that you're responsible with funds. You show people that you're responsible with your own money. And they're more willing to be interested in what you're doing and how they could be involved in it, right? You know, and sometimes it's crazy. Sometimes all that takes is a couple conversations, and sometimes what that takes is like 5 years of them seeing what you're actually doing and proving yourself, right? And it all depends on where that person that you're going to or talking to, what their risk, like what they're willing to risk, whether they're risk adverse or not, right? Because you know, you talk to somebody about borrowing money for anything, even for a home, and some people would be like, "Whoa, you can't do that! Like that's crazy! Like you only deal with the bank, right? Like why? I would never trust an individual with my money, right? You know." Sometimes those people will come around, but sometimes not, right? But that's the key, is like basically showing yourself and having a proven track record and being fiscally responsible with your own money. Like if you don't have your own money in order and you're constantly talking about how, oh man, I'm so broke, or oh, we don't have money for this, or like, you know, you have to talk about it like it's fun, like it's a game, like you're just, you know, constantly moving forward. And then that will attract people, and then people will become interested, going like, oh man, like what is this person doing that they never have a negative thought or implication about money, right?
So yeah, like you're right. Like I mean, there's so much scarcity out there, and like you really don't know what's going on. We got Alan Abaz here asking who's got the deals. Doing Cali's famous question, who's got the deals?
It's been working.
It has. I mean, you're doing great.
Well, the question today, who's got the money?
That's great.
What do you usually say, Alex? I'm doing great. If I was doing any better, I'd be Cali.
Yeah. I'm fantastic. If I was any better, I'd be Cali.
Brad, you said something really neat, and I think I even touched on this before, man, and it's so true, is that, you know, like I'm new to actively investing, right? So I've been investing for over 10 years, but actively like flipping, assignments, wholesaling, that kind of stuff, just since 2020. And I was really going aggressive at like, hey, I'm looking to raise money. Like, who wants to invest with me? What do you want to do? Da, 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 da. And I was getting some traction, but I wasn't getting the traction that I really felt like I needed. But once I started doing more deals and sharing the wins, I realized that I didn't have to make the conversation change. Like people started reaching out to me. Hey, what's going on? And like, how can I get involved? Like I'm still making the ask because I'm still looking to grow. But when you start to have that experience and you get that confidence from experience, then you attract it. And I think that's what we all want to strive for, is to be able to attract it.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people out there who are like not necessarily of the opinion, but the only thing they know about is you invest in your RSP and if you work at a job where you get a pension, like that's how you retire, right? So to bring a world of private investing to people, that's outside most people's wheelhouse, right? So until you can show them that, oh no, hey, this is legit, this is how a lot of people make money, that's at the point in time in which you're going to have people who are more interested in having conversations with you.
But those same people that you speak of, Brad, are aware of the fact that there's there's a boom in real estate. Did you hear? That there is opportunities in real estate, and they are not confident in being able to take on a project on their own, nor maybe do they want to be an active investor, but they have, so they may see the opportunity, or with the right explanation, to appreciate the opportunity of investing in an active investor by just lending money and making a reasonable return on that.
Yeah, exactly.
So who's going to raise the most amount of money for this challenge here? Shawn, I think you're off to a good start.
I don't know. We'll see. There's no money in the bank right now. I've got no notes signed. I've got nothing along those lines. So we'll see if it even works out, right? Like, I'm not the type of person I like to give into maybes, because maybes don't count.
Right.
Yeah.
It's funny. I actually haven't made the I know that there's the challenge, but there's an internal voice that makes it difficult for me to do that, right? And I think that we have these conversations sometimes. Maybe it's me overlooking it, but it's just something that I haven't really become comfortable with yet. And sometimes you have to become comfortable being uncomfortable, right? But I feel like I've been I'm more comfortable talking to people on a one-on-one, hey, how's it going? How you doing? What are you up to? What's your goals? Okay, bam, we can do something together, right? Mm-hmm. This is really interesting. I like this this bravery that some people have who have decided to take on this challenge and put it out there to strangers. I can definitely I appreciate it, man. I think it takes a certain character to do that.
So on that note, for anybody watching, we're all trying to raise minimum of $10,000. Just putting it out there.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, and it's and I think this is the whole thing with being in a mastermind and being with this whole group and joining it, is to almost be challenged to get out of your comfort zone. Because I know me personally, I need a challenge. I need to kind of run with a group. Okay, let's challenge each other to get better. I think that's a huge takeaway for me, because I personally, I would just continue doing what I'm doing and probably wouldn't even try. I wouldn't even bother. I wouldn't need to, right? But you know what I mean? When you have somebody that's such a high level that's challenging you to do something like that because they're telling you it's going to be good for your future, it very much has a different perspective when you look at it like that, right? What are your thoughts? How do you guys look at this? Is it something that's just scary, or is it something that you feel is beneficial, or what are your thoughts?
I think there's more of an element of scarcity to it when if you're still road mapping where you're going, right? Like
Yeah.
once you have your goal and once you're like, all right, this is exactly where we're going and this is where I need to get to, it's way easier to go and have conversations about people giving you money.
I can't disagree with any of this in the sense that it'd be good to do it. I'm focusing right now, if there's anything that I'm focusing more on, is hiring, and I know we've talked about this in the past, and that's been sort of an informal challenge in itself within coming from counsel from our mentors. So I'm probably focusing on that more now because I actually feel the need for it. So, that kind of answers that question, is that you should be practicing getting what you want well in advance of when you need it. I'm in that latter position.
Dig the well.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Well, we're pretty much coming up on time here, guys. Like, I don't know if you guys will just do a little bit of an outro and see what we got going on. Let everybody know, how to get in touch with you again during the show. And see.
Take it away.
Take it away, Alex.
All right. I'll go first again. Alex Mustatea, based out of Hamilton. Again, focused on flip projects, duplex conversions, Hamilton, GTA, Southwestern Ontario. Looking to connect with anybody, whether it's JVs or opportunities for deals. I can be reached at 289-769-8975 or on Instagram at alexandru.mustatea.
All right. And of course, yet again, I am Shawn Gunther and I live in Moncton, New Brunswick, and I'm doing wholesale deals there. So you can reach me anytime at 506-800-4289 or on Instagram at the Moncton Wholesaler. So definitely reach out to me if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest here in New Brunswick. I would love to have conversation with you. And, if you guys are looking to unload another $10,000 or so, just give me a shout.
Nice. Yeah, and again, I'm Brad Plume. Actually, we just sold two of our deals that we just had on the go there. So now we're actively looking for another one to add to the table. So if you know of anything or know of anybody in Grey Bruce region that is looking to sell right now, we're looking to buy. So hit me up, 519-379-7911 or at brad.plume on Instagram.
Hey. Cali, Braithwaite, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Another great week. And man, I think this is the most comments we got so far. Something today, it was maybe it's the weather is getting warmer, the vitamin D, people are just feeling the need to get engaged. So thanks a lot, everyone, for commenting. I am in the GTA. I'm investing in the GTA. I'm investing in Peterborough. I'm also doing quite a few deals out in the Moncton area. And if you ever want to reach me, my number's there, 289-207-5316. Or you can find me on Facebook, Cali Braithwaite, or on Instagram, Grow with Cali. And if you have the urge to want to invest your extra capital and give me a chance to show you the returns that I can make for you in a short period, I'm more than interested in connecting with you and having a conversation and seeing how we can make this happen.
That's great. So, please join us again here next week. We'll be here every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And have a great week and take care.
We're going live.
We're going live.
Cheers.